Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to another beautiful day here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. We got the Woodmizer LT40 all set up here. We're gonna run some ash lumber on the mill. Now this ash lumber has got a problem. I got a piece of the bark here. We're gonna talk to you about the problem. This ash tree was standing dead, and there are dead ash trees standing everywhere. When you're driving down the highway now, look off to the side and you'll see these big, beautiful trees, and they're all standing there dead because of the gypsy moth and the ash borer beetle. So we're gonna be milling up a piece of lumber, and we're gonna be offloading onto the big TYM tractor here, and we're gonna see if this log is salvageable. I hope it is. It may be something beautiful that we do live edge wood with, and or it may be something that we just make board and batten type siding for a barn or a future project. So come along as we fire up the LT40, we load up big T right here, and we mill up some wood that may or may not be in good shape. All right? Woo!
I ain't afraid of work, I ain't afraid of play, I ain't afraid to get the job done and do it my own damn way. I ain't afraid of life, times like this. If you mess with my freedom, I'll tell you just what you can kiss. That's right.
All right guys, before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to ButcherBox for supporting this video, for supporting rural content. Thanks a lot, ButcherBox. If you guys aren't familiar with ButcherBox, we're going to open this up, and I'm going to start doing some cooking content here on the farm. I've got a nice set of Traeger grills on the back porch, and man, I've been really enjoying smoking and cooking some awesome food. So smoked macaroni and cheese, all sorts of fun stuff coming soon. So if you're here for sawmilling, you also got to eat. Oh yeah. We got grass-fed strip loin steaks, grass-fed loin steak, ribeyes, look at that, delish. Bacon, which brings me to a point. If you use the Stoney Ridge Farmer link down there, you'll get bacon for life, free bacon for life. More bacon, and all this stuff is applewood smoked uncured bacon, no sugar. We've got a couple roasts in here. Whew. Yeah, pork loin roast. We're gonna do this pork butt. Oh, come on, baby, get out of there. We're gonna do this pork butt right. Is that a pork butt? That's a monster. Yeah, we're gonna be doing this pork butt on the Traeger grill on the channel. So guys, check out ButcherBox. There'll be a link down the video description below for free bacon for life. Awesome, and thanks to ButcherBox for helping support rural content here in North Carolina. That's really cool too. Let's get on the mill, have some fun. All right, now we're ready to hit the mill, guys, and if you see right here, you can see little worm marks all in this wood. That is from the ash borer beetle. This is our Log Ox 3-in-1 forestry multi-tool, and we're gonna be rolling it up on the log deck here in just a minute and let the log loaders pick this log up. This is a big boy. I'm gonna say it's probably around 22 to 24 inches around. Big, beautiful tree. I had to cut this tree. It was standing dead and was about to fall into the creek, and I knew it had the ash borer beetle in it. So once we get into this, slice into this a little bit, I'll show you underneath the bark. What this beetle does is it tunnels all up underneath the bark and kills the tree's ability to feed and water itself through the bark. So it's interesting. A lot of trees, if you just go around and cut a ring around the bark, they'll die because that's where the nutrients are fed up through the tree to the new growth, which is from the outside rings. Pretty cool. This tree is probably 80 or 90 years old. Awesome. Let's roll her up on the mill and get busy. That's some good wood right there. So this is what it looks like. You can see these little black specks in here. There are little wormholes, little black specks all in here, but this lumber looks absolutely gorgeous. I've got a little bit of water here we put on there. I'm gonna get you guys a good close-up. You tell me whether it's good or not. I think it would be a total waste to turn this into siding. I think I'm gonna cut it into 2-inch thick live edge slabs. And this is an 8-foot piece right here, so it'll make some awesome, beautiful live edge furniture, or we could cut it into about 4 inches thick and make fireplace hearths out of it. It is absolutely gorgeous. Take a close look at it. So we went from this nasty looking mess right here, which looks like that log is just completely rotten, to this absolutely beautifully grained, a little bit of stains, a little holes, a little bit of character. Is this what you want in your live edge furniture? Could you build shelving with that? What could you make with that? Should we mill it into siding, or should we cut it into 2-inch live edge slabs? I think we're gonna rock it out and cut it into 2-inch thick, nice live edge slabs. I'm gonna cut one more cut off the top of this before we do it so we can get down into the thicker part of the wood. So I'll get a 1-inch cut off the top, and then we'll start doing 2-inch slabs right through the middle. Just so happens that it's Father's Day and Father happened to show up. This is my stepdad, Barry. We're gonna offload these. These are gonna be a little bit heavy for just one dude to unload. So guys, we're expecting rain. Anytime you have lumber on metal, directly on metal, you're gonna get a stain, a black, nasty stain. So I'm putting down a crusty old piece of wood here to set the first piece on, and then we'll stack from there. We'll go up there. There we go, and that piece is oak, some old crusty stuff that I just had laying there. Man, that's beautiful lumber, look at that. Think about making a farm table with that. Holy cow, man. You can make a 4-foot wide, beautiful farm table. That is absolutely awesome. We do want to get rid of this bark. We'll put it in the slab pile. All right, a lot of questions get asked to me about the sawmill, about like, what do you do with the sawdust? Well, you can see it's not making that much sawdust, and I'll come in here. Once I get rid of these slabs, I've got some neighbors that are gonna come pick through these to build a chicken coop. And then I'll come through here with a landscape rake and I'll rake this stuff up, or I'll scoop it up with a bucket, take it over to the garden and use it for weed control. And it also helps to build the soil. But there's not a lot of sawdust that comes off this mill. So there's no way of bagging this wet sawdust, because these logs are typically wet. This one's dry because it was dead standing, but if it's wet, you can't bag it or it's just gonna mold. So there's not a lot you can do with it except for using it in your garden or around your property. Oh. All right, guys, that's what I call a successful day on the mill right there, man. We probably milled up somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know, $800 to $1,000 worth of lumber in about 20 or 30 minutes. That is super awesome. I'm about to finish that log pile right there, and then we're gonna move the mill to a better spot. Working on building a mill shed or a mill shack to put the mill in so that we'll always keep it under cover. I know a lot of people have been cringing because this thing's been sitting out in the weather, but it's okay, it's tough, it's durable. It's made to do that. So it's made to work, which is awesome. Just so you know, where's Waldo? See anybody in there? My mom's sitting in the tractor right now. These guys came by to visit me and I didn't know it, but I put them to work. So good times, guys. Please pound the like button, jump in, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you back. If you have any questions about sawmilling or running this LT40, let me know. It's all hydraulic. It's a 36-inch extra wide. It's not the super hydraulic that does all the fancy stuff, but as soon as we get done with this, we're gonna move it up the hill and start on some more lumber. We're gonna mill up a bunch of pine this winter. It's gonna be awesome. See you next time. Woo!
Down to the Stoney Ridge, bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Woo!
Where'd this woo thing come from?
Who knows?
All right. Woo! Woo! I got him. Got him. They didn't even know it was coming. Guys, don't forget to click the link down there for ButcherBox, free bacon for life. Can't beat that. And they're supporting rural content, which is awesome, helping feed the cows.